Welcome to Albania. Here I am on my first trip to Albania completely solo. Let's go. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Just Go with Amreen. I am here in this beautiful country, Albania. Before you plan your trip to this gorgeous country, you need to know these next 15 things. So take a pen and paper, start noting things down right now. So point number one, this has been the most highest question, concern people have had when planning their trip to Albania. Is Albania safe? Yes. I know that there is a lot of talk about Albania, Albanian mafia and all that kind of stuff. For the past 3 years, 4 years, Albania's tourism has been booming and it has been one of the most safest experiences I've had. Honestly, the entire country pleasantly surprised me, but the safety part of it, well, it's true. I walked around on the streets of different cities in Albania at varying times during the day, absolutely solo, no problems at all, no catcalling, nobody bothering you, and I just didn't stay in the main areas like the touristy squares and streets and stuff. No, I actually walked a lot throughout my trip. I walked like 20,000 steps every day, and I walked in the lanes, you know, where nobody goes, no tourist goes, only locals stay there. I walked around in the cities, in the lanes, in the alleyways, and I felt safe. They're very hospitable, extremely heartwarming people. Anybody I told I'm from India, it was such a refreshing and pleasant welcome, to be honest. Albania is super safe. Many solo women travelers I met on my journey throughout my trip here. So be rest assured, Albania is safe. Now let's carry on with some common questions, such as what is the best time to visit Albania? I don't think the question of when to visit Albania is right. I think you should ask me when not to visit Albania, because that I can tell you. July and August. Absolute no. Do not visit Albania in July and August. It is insanely crowded. The beaches, there is no place to stand. Everything is madly expensive. You will not get a bed in a dorm. You will not get a room in your choice of hotel. You will not get good places to stay. Oh my god, you will not get a good guide to take you around. You will not get your choice of car. And it is 40 plus degrees. Have I convinced you already to not come to Albania in July and August? So Albania is a small country, but it has so much to offer. There is the northern part which has mountains, hiking, trekking, cottages, villages. It's gorgeous. Okay, then you go down south and there is UNESCO World Heritage cities, towns, bazaars. The Albanian Riviera is very famous. There are so many pristine beaches here. What I'm trying to say is that you can come here any time of the year. I think December would be snowing, so I wouldn't recommend that, not obviously for hiking and stuff, but you just want to chill and enjoy the snow. Yes, December, January, February is great time to visit. So is April. Great time to go up to the north. The weather would be just splendid. How many days are enough to visit Albania? You can come here for a minimum of 8 days, 7 nights, 8 days, and a maximum for like a month. It really depends, okay? But definitely Albania is not one of those places where you can just come for like 5 nights or 3 nights. You definitely cannot come to Albania for a short amount of time because there is a lot to see. So in my personal opinion, you must set aside at least 10 days to comfortably see this country. Do slow travel, not just like rush and just spend like one night everywhere. Obviously, we Indians, we need a visa to visit Albania, alright? But the visa process is super duper easy and straightforward. Yes, you do require documents, okay, like hotel bookings, tickets and things like that, but the process itself is super easy. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to take an appointment in advance. You can just apply for it from the comfort of your own home. It's e-visa. But a very important thing, you do need to have a certain amount of planning because the visa takes 3 weeks to 4 weeks to come. And it's extremely cheap. It's only 15 euros per person to apply for visa. I'll leave a link down in the description box below. Apply for visa, come to Albania. Is Albania cheap? I wouldn't say Albania is cheap if you're comparing it to the stans, if you're used to going to Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Georgia, etc. Obviously, Albania is not cheap. It is Europe at the end of the day. But if you compare Albania to the other European countries, so cheap. Let me give you some context, real numbers in terms of F&B, barring your accommodation and tours and activities, just F&B on a daily basis for one person, you could be spending on a lavish side 20 euros per day. And if you opt for any tours, well, they really range. They could be starting from as low as 25 euros and upwards. In hostel, for a bed, I paid about 15 euros for a night. That's in the hostel. As for the guest houses, I paid about 25 to 30 euros per night. A really nice luxurious hotel could be 100 euros per night. So this is the range. If you're a backpacker, my friend, I think you can make Albania cheap as well. If you're just going to have sandwiches and donors day and night, then you could get something as cheap as 2.5 euros. Beers can be as cheap as 2 euros. Wine, a glass of wine is as cheap as 3 euros. Water costs 1 euro. Coffee costs 2.5 euros, 2.5 euros. So these are the starting. These are like the base. Then it goes upward. Another thing I was pleasantly surprised about is the language. People speak a fair amount of English. A lot of people understand. A lot of people even speak the language. You will not have any trouble with the language if you're an English speaker. A lot of people speak Italian and French and all that kind of stuff here because most of the tourists that come to Albania are from the neighboring European countries. So they speak all of that. But they speak English as well. Yay! Food! Alright, so I always take a walking tour when I land in any new country, and I did that here as well. So when I did that, I met my guide and I asked him a question that I was very surprised with the answer. I asked him that is Albanian cuisine more meat-based? Actually, they have a lot of vegetarian options. In fact, their cuisine is very veg-based, veg-oriented. So they have like something called stuffed peppers with like cheese and rice and stuff like that. They have eggplant, they have mushrooms, they have pumpkin. They make so many like different things. Vegetarian cheese, of course. Oh, and there are a million in Italian restaurants, and obviously several, countless, limitless veg options in all of that. So Albanian cuisine has vegetarian options. Italian restaurants have vegetarian options. In fact, Tirana, the capital of Albania, also has an Indian restaurant. My vegetarian folks, Albania has you covered. Further talking about food, my Muslim friends, Albania has you covered as well. 70% of Albanian population is Muslim. So they don't call themselves an Islamic country or anything, but yes, majority of them are followers of Islam. So they have a lot of halal options throughout the country. If you want to be comfortable while traveling, if you want to plan everything to the T, if you're a first-time solo traveler, Albania is not for you. Not at all. Because the intercity bus system here is an absolute nightmare. Dear God, it is so bad. They have no planning, they have no system, they have no schedule. The bus may or may not leave at a certain time. The information online is so scattered, so unorganized, it's terrible. The day you try or plan to go from one city to another, you cannot plan anything else on that day because you don't know how long the bus will take. A bus that is only supposed to take X number of people can become overcrowded to an extent that people are actually standing. You have your luggage between your legs and it is exhausting, especially in this heat. If you're traveling like that, it takes the life out of you. If you're a solo traveler, you cannot hire a guide or a car or whatever. It will cost you an arm and a leg and a lung and a liver and all, I don't know what not. Having said that, let's come to the next point. Are you supposed to drive in Albania? No, 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 no. The drivers in Albania drive like absolute drunk maniacs. They're not, but they drive like that. I only sat with a few people. I was in the car very little. And I'm telling you, I was scared for my life. I wanted to call up my husband and tell him, here's my will and here's my life insurance just in case I don't come back. I swear, I'm not kidding. This is how I felt. They drive like absolute mad people. Yeah, they're driving on their phone and they're texting at the same time. They're texting, not even like on a call or anything. They're texting and driving at the same time. I mean, if you're used to driving in India, you probably are used to driving like a maniac, or you can adapt to driving like a maniac, or you are used to seeing other maniacs around you. I don't know. But my personal advice, for sheer concern for your safety, do not drive in Albania. Instead, do this. Get a driver from a reputed tour company to drive you around. Since I have come to Albania and also organized my own group trip here and met quite a few guides one-on-one basis in Albania, I will be able to help you out with a guide, with a car, with any tours that you require in Albania. I am now officially planning and customizing tours in Albania. So if you need anything in that regards, just drop me a comment. What to pack? Now that's a relative question depending on what time of the year you're planning your trip. If you're coming in shoulder months like May or April actually is the shoulder month, and October and November are shoulder months. If you're coming in shoulder months, then I would say pack everything. If you're going to the north as well as the south, definitely pack everything, because the weather could change. In the mountains it could be really, really cold. In Tirana it could be fairly pleasant. In the south it could be fairly warm, etc, etc. So pack everything. If you're traveling in the shoulder months like April and November or October, definitely pack everything. If you're going in summer, it's very easy to pack. Pack a lot of your bathing suits, bikinis, things like that, because you're going to need a lot of those. And if you're planning to go to the north and you're planning the hikes, then definitely pack your hiking boots. SIM card and money exchange. Now, I did not get a SIM card in my trip because I have roaming from my country, from Dubai. So I didn't get a SIM card, but you get a SIM card at the airport. There are many places to get that. You can also come to Tirana and get a SIM card from here. As for the money exchange, please do not ever exchange money at the airport. The currency in Albania is called lek, and €1 is 100 lek. It's basically just add a couple of zeros. That is how it works. It's super straightforward. So there are several exchanges here. Get euros and you can get them exchanged here. There are many places that will also accept euros and give you back lek or euros, and you will not lose money in that transaction. Well, I already gave you a little bit of an idea of how much you would need on a daily basis. So for a week, I would say you need approximately €150 for one person. That's enough. There are ATMs everywhere. If you want to withdraw money, I have seen the lowest commission that they charge is €5 per transaction, irrespective of the amount. So €5 commission, or it can go up to 6.5. This is what I have seen. So you can withdraw money from the ATM as well over here. There are ATMs everywhere, abundance of them. So you'll not run out of those options. But I would say carry cash. Don't worry about how much euros you can carry. I think you can carry up to 10,000 euros or something. Of course, you're not going to need that kind of money, but I'm just saying, don't worry about carrying cash. A lot of these bazaars and stuff do not take card. When I was in a city called Gjirokastra, all the places only took cash. So definitely have cash on you. Since 70% of the country is Muslim, there will be a lot of accommodations where you will be able to find a shataf, a hand shower in the toilet. Yes, I didn't find it everywhere, to be honest, and they are definitely not available in any of the the toilets in the restaurants and cafes. They rarely exist. More often than not, they don't. So you will probably find them in some of the accommodations. If that's important to you, that's something for you to know. Fitness, you definitely need a certain amount of fitness, because everything is uphill and downhill over here. Everything is like built in a stacking system, because Albania is a mountainous country. So you need to have a certain level of fitness so that you can climb a lot of stairs in Saranda. There's a lot of uphill and downhill in Jirokastra. Berat is also built in a stacking way, and most importantly, so many places over here that the accommodations do not have elevators. So you need to have a fitness level to be able to carry your luggage to hotels. And also there are certain hotels that are built in certain places where your cabs don't even reach. So pack light and have a certain level of moderate fitness level so that you can carry around your own luggage, at least a flight of stairs or something like that. So well, that was 15 points actually, that powered through really quickly. Just pack your bags, come to Albania. This guide should really help you mentally, physically, financially. Plan. If you like this video, give me a big fat thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that bell icon so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. A whole series of Albania is beginning next week. Stay tuned for that. Until then, take care. Bye guys. Cheers. Mwah!